Hi, it's Trainer Latera. I'm here with Sasha, 10-year-old Brussels Griffon. We're working on for 4 weeks. We've been working on her crate manners in and out of the crate, as well as her come command recall, as well as her barking, whether it's inside or outside. We've addressed if we just give her a little bit of crate time throughout the day, she will slightly release all of that anxiety and just calm down and be a great house dog as well as a public dog. And so we'll start with crate manners here and just getting her in and out. Take a look. We don't want to make a lot of eye contact with Sasha and get her all excited. But she knows she's going to come out, right? So we just do everything as matter of fact, not such a big deal. So when I come to this crate, it's my job to block the doorway. And so her tail is wagging, she's excited to get out, but she's not to get out until I release her. And so I stand here as she watches me until she hears the release word, which is, good girl, good job, good girl. And so now I've released her out of the crate and she's free to roam. So I've been walking Sasha on this Easy Walk harness for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. And the tan part goes under her belly. If you notice, there's a clip here. It disconnects. This small piece connects to this large tan piece, and vice versa with the black piece. It also has a clip. This large piece of black connects to this small piece of black. And the tan piece goes under her belly. There's also this part of the Easy Walk that has this buckle. And this buckle is where you hook the leash so that when you do put it on her and you are walking her, it allows her whole body to turn when you're giving her those small tugs instead of her neck. So it gives you a little bit better control of her body. And so we'll try it out and you can see how it works on her. And so I'm going to let Sasha out without a leash. And this is a great time that you want to kind of practice the come command because when you have some control in the house and you're using the come command, that means it'll work outside too. So let's give it a try and see her in action. So again, I come to this crate. I am not staring at Sasha, but I am going to welcome her out. Good girl. And she knows we're going to go for a walk. Why? Because I have the harness in my hand. And so I'm going to practice this come command. Sasha, come. Good girl. And it is a very happy, happy, happy command. Good girl. And when she gets to me, I just like to praise her. I like to love on her a bit so that it's just not a bad thing. I want her to associate come to be the best thing in the world. So I'm going to put this on her. And the black piece goes over her head again, and the tan piece goes underneath her belly, and it snaps as so. And now I'm going to grab that leash, and we're going to head out and go for a walk. So again, that leash. Sasha, come. Good girl. Sit. Good. Good. And so again, all of these things that I'm doing, I'm not staring at Sasha. Good girl. All right, we're getting ready to head out and go for our walk. When we head to this door, it's very important that Sasha knows she just can't fly out of the door. So I position myself where my back is towards the door and I'm facing Sasha. Sasha already knows this drill. If you notice, she's at a sit. And so I'm extremely proud that she knows that we're getting ready to head out, and the only way to get out that door is to give me a sit. And so if she doesn't do that at home, ask for a sit, then step into Sasha's space, and then make it happen by either poking her butt down or waiting her out. And so we're going to head out. She's not sitting, so I'm going to ask for it. Sasha, sit. Good. And I stepped into her space ever so gently. And I'm backing back slowly, but I'm not staring at Sasha. I didn't give her that release word once again. I'm stepping into her space if I don't want her to do anything other than keep that sit. Ah, 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 ah. Good girl. If you notice, there's a huge distraction. Sasha remains by my side so that she's not barking at every little thing. Not even the cars that go by, not anything. The moment she starts to focus on something, to start barking, I would either give those tugs as such, or I would poke her on the side to get her attention, to get her out of that zone. Sasha, sit. Say it once. Now I turn to her. I point at her butt. I pop back up. There's absolutely no eye contact. She got back up. I'm just going to put her back. I'm not going to say it again. And I'm going to come back to my confident position, standing tall. Because I touched that doorknob doesn't mean that she goes anywhere. So Sasha enjoys being in your space. She enjoys just jumping on you, jumping on the couch to get some attention. And so I've let her know it's totally fine to want some attention upon invite, though. So I call her to me. If she jumps on me, I completely ignore her. I completely ignore her until I want the attention from her. So right now, I'm petting my dog, and she's gonna want some attention. She's roaming around down here. Sasha, good girl. And so she's down here waiting for me to give her the cue that it's okay to even come in my space. And so, hi there. That it's even okay to come into my space. And so now I'm going to welcome Sasha. So, hi there. Hi, good girl. Hi. Come on. Come on. Good girl. So now I'm welcoming Sasha into my space. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Good job. Come on. Good girl. And I'm letting her know that it's okay, that she can get some love. Come on. Good girl. No. Come on. Come on. Sasha. Everything starts with leash at first with Sasha. And so even to get her fed, I leash her up just so that she doesn't try to run away or try to make up other decisions. And so I go ahead and leash her up, and I get her started with a great routine with great practice. Sasha, good girl. Great. Good job. And all I did was simply point and direct her into her crate. Now this leash is good if she decided to dart away and she decided to do something else. It will give you a chance to catch her in the motion. And so now I'm going to take the leash off, and she's fully aware of the routine. She knows it's feeding time. And so I already have the meals prepared up here. And so she's pretty much ready. She's at a sit already. I don't have to say it, but to start, when she comes home, definitely give her that command, sit, and wait for her to sit. She is not to touch these bowls because I put them down. Actually, if you notice, she backed up and she remained in a seated, she remained in a seated position. Sasha, sit. I say it once and I step into her space I'm also pointing at her behind to get her attention. And I slowly ease away and I release her to her food. Good girl. Good job. So we're gonna practice feeding Sasha. I've tried it 2 ways. She does amazing each way. But to start off, I started off the first couple of weeks with feeding her in her crate so that she associates the crate being a good thing to go into and not just a place to sleep. And so I'm gonna start off feeding her in her crate, and then I'm gonna get her out of her crate and feed her outside of the crate. If you would like her to be fed outside of the crate, I would first start off, once again, feeding her inside the crate, getting that routine going, and then graduate her to feeding her outside the crate. Take a look. There is another exercise that I like to do with Sasha because she's a fast eater. And so I enjoy spreading the kibble all throughout her crate. And all I did was just measure it out and spread it in her crate. And now I'm going to welcome her into her crate to give her a slower method of eating her food in a controlled environment. So because I opened that door, doesn't mean Sasha flies in. Good girl. Good job. Good job. So now she can go hunting for her food. Now we're going to leash Sasha up and have her eat outside of her crate. Again, block those doorways with your legs. You're not staring at Sasha at this moment. You're just simply putting a leash on her. You can look over her. You can look away from her. It doesn't matter. Because I put that leash on doesn't mean she flies out. So I use the to back her up. I use the to correct her. And then I release her. Good girl. Good job. And so I just leave the leash on her. It's still feeding time, but now we're outside the crate. So now I leave the leash on her just so that I can maintain the rules better if I have control over her initially. So she's well past this state with me, but to start with, this is how you would start when she comes home. Sasha, come. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Because I put that food down doesn't mean that she flies over to the food. Again, there's my correction. I stand tall, I look away, and I wait to release her. I am not staring at Sasha at this moment. She is staring at me. I can see at the corner of my eye, but I'm not staring at her. Good girl. And I release her to her food. So I brought her back. If you notice, she followed me. I put her back on her job by just giving her a little bit of the kibble, showing her that it was okay to eat outside of the crate, and that she did not need to follow me.